What is going on, y'all? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and today I've been postponing doing this for a while because I just haven't had time to edit the video. But I went to the new building. If y'all have been watching the channel for any length of time, you know that we just bought a new building in Northwest Arkansas. It was an old grocery store. We're totally revamping the whole thing, renovating the whole thing, stripping it all out, demolition in it, the whole thing now, and then, going through the whole revamp process. However, I've been trying to document that entire journey so you can kind of see it through each of the steps and just see the progression take place. So I got some footage last week, 2 weeks ago, kind of a walkthrough of the updated footage of the building thus far, and then I've also been playing around with Google SketchUp, trying my hand at that to create a 3D rendering of what we're going to have built in the building, like all the interior walls and things of that nature. So this video is going to show that most recent walkthrough of the remodel process and my attempt at Google SketchUp and a 3D rendering of that model. So hopefully this kind of gives you a visual as to what we're working on, what we're super excited about. Crystal and I on the team are just beyond excited to be doing this and kind of creating our own compound 2.0 with our own home base on land that we own, with a building that we own, and everything built out to our specs. So we're incredibly excited about it, and I'm incredibly excited to take you along the journey, and you can see the whole thing unfold from beginning to end. So without further ado, sit back and enjoy this most up-to-date walkthrough that showcases the demolition and the Google SketchUp, so you can kind of get a visual as to what we're working towards. Hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, y'all, so we're going to check out the building. We'll do a little Compound 2.0 update here. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since the last footage y'all have seen. I think it's actually been longer than that, but there's been a lot of demo work done. So let's take a look. Alright, so as you can see, a lot of this has been removed. All the upper ceiling area, all the drop ceiling has been totally torn down. All of that's going to be painted black and exposed. We're going to do a whole lot of duct work so that all that looks very clean. But all the tiles have been stripped from the floor, and the floor is going to be polished concrete. So it's going to look very kind of industrial. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. And then, if y'all can recall, that whole deli section that used to be there, the little walls, the cabinetry, all of that has been ripped out. The island's been ripped out. That's all opened up now, and behind us here, this is where that management office was, and that little break room area with the bathrooms. That's all been demoed. Let's take a look over here. So this used to all be, walled in rooms, break room, etc., etc. All that's been demoed out. We're going to redo everything here, and everything's just been opened up. The walls, the sheetrock, all that's been torn down. We had some termite damage and some mold damage in some of this sheetrock area and walls, so we're demoing all that, stripping everything down to the studs, replacing any studs that have damage, and just basically starting with a fresh, clean slate. We've kind of figured out what our 3D rendering is going to look like. We know where we're going to build these interior partitioned walls, and I'm going to try and make a 3D model. I'm going to brush up on my Google SketchUp skills and show y'all a 3D model of what we're anticipating this to look like. So hopefully, with seeing it now as it is in a demoed state and combining that 3D modeling in this video, you'll be able to visualize what we got coming for you. So here's a little fact for y'all. This bottom base plate board was not treated, and it's on concrete. Concrete has poison in it. Like, it's just part of what concrete is made from. And if you have an untreated board directly on concrete, over time it's going to cause it to rot like it has here. So this is termite damage. This is the concrete poison effect. This is just basically a piece of crap board that needs to be replaced. So we have to strip out all this bottom base plate board and replace it with treated lumber. I have no idea what this hole is. That's where it goes to a secret cavern, and actually, I'm not sure. It's probably just junk. Let me open this up, get some more light in here. So not much has changed in here. There's not much been changed in the warehouse portion either. Most of the work's been done in the demo section. We have done a lot of work in what was the meat packing area and what will be the batching rooms. Let me show you that. I basically teared this entire wall out here because of all that termite damage, mold damage. Alright, so this is where the meat packing room was. They used to just spray this room out with a water hose, and that's why we have the mold damage here. So this is all going to get demoed out and replaced, and we're going to replace it with a PVC. The entire kitchen part of the building is going to be a PVC like paneling board, not this crappy, whatever it's called, board that is going to be subject to rot and just destruction. So I'm really excited to have all of this torn down, replaced with something that's going to last much longer and look much better, because you can see that just mold and rot and termite damage is just next level here right now. And that is pretty much a current walkthrough of the building, y'all. So we'll do I'll throw in the 3D rendering of this building now. So check that out, and hopefully this gives you a visual so you can kind of see the step-by-step process of what it was at the very beginning, what it's gone through in the process, and then where it's going to end up. So hope you enjoy. That's pretty much it, man.
Filming today was brought to you by no other than Chris Jones himself in the flesh. Robert was kind enough to bring me up here on a tour today to show me the place. We went and had some Wright's barbecue last night. First time I've ever had that. I haven't been up here to Fayetteville since 2012. I came up here and drove through here on my journey to California when I was in the Navy. So it's been a really long time, and it was really cool to come up here and see how much the city has grown. And I want to thank Robert for bringing me up here. Oh yeah, we can check out some blueprints.
We got some blueprints going on here. So this is kind of where all the walls will be, if y'all can see this. This is the gym, this big long rectangular spot here. Break room, male-female bathroom, management office here. This whole thing is going to be a podcasting room. It's basically like 20 feet wide, to give you some idea of what the scale is there. 18 foot 9 inches, so a massive podcasting room. My office here. Conference room. All of this is going to be kitchen. This massive L-shaped building is going to be kitchen. We're going to have a dark room for screen printing, and this is all going to be the screen printing manufacturing room here. And we've got, batching room where we just came all that damage done, and then all of these are coolers. So it's a pretty good little overview of what we got going here.
Shaking and moving, guys. Shaking and moving.
What is going on, y'all? We are in my 3D model, and this is not completed yet, but I wanted to kind of give y'all a visual. And I am not very savvy when it comes to modeling or computer games or any of that stuff, so this is kind of like my crash course attempt at making a scale 3D model. But this is the building. We're just going to kind of go through room after room here, and you can kind of see what we're working with. And I apologize, it's not super fluid movement patterns here. I'm not the best at this 3D mouse. So you walk in, you've got this little entranceway. We have a reception desk here. We'll have some seating there. We may have some like display items, some bricks or something, some of the apparel on the shelf. But you'll walk in, you have this front entrance room here. Also be painted, obviously, like a massive Live Savage banner or something across the top, something to that effect. Over here, we have our conference room. So that's where we'll have our conferences, and that'll be all kinds of productivity going on there. We'll have some whiteboards on the walls, of course. We have my office here with a bear hide rug, because why not? That may not be the actual layout, but here's my office. Pretty massive office. Not really sure on the furniture type yet, but you get the visual of what the actual, scale model will be like here. I'm incredibly excited about this room. So this is going to be, we come in here, we've got like a legit, 20 foot by 40 foot podcasting studio here. So I have a massive podcasting table set up there. We'll have like some couches and everything set up, make things comfortable. And again, this is not a complete model, so everything's not done. But I did have my massive elk mounted on the wall there, so couldn't forget that. We'll start over here with this end. We've got our little management office here, so we'll have surveillance cameras. We'll have management office there for any of the work that needs doing. That way, it's also front to the reception desk. So if we have a truck driver come in with deliveries, the manager will be right here, close and ready. Coming over here into this back corner, we have break room. So little, dining table there, refrigerator, sofa, microwave, counter space. And then let's see here in this corner here, we'll have a bathroom. So that's what you got there. Male and female bathroom. Oops, wrong way. And let's go ahead and we'll knock out the keto brick production area here. This is what's the bulk of the building. So this entire L shape here is going to be keto brick production, and we haven't nailed down all of the plumbing and everything yet, but there's a commercial dishwasher there. We'll have plenty of rack space. We'll have tabletops, sinks, etc., etc. Let me get another bite at this camera here. And then we'll have our mixer. We'll have our packaging station here. 2 doors going in on each side there, but a pretty massive kitchen space. And then over here, this room is going to be, I haven't put anything in this room yet, but this is all going to be apparel. So we're going to have our screen printing press here. We're going to have all of our inks, all of our paints, all of our design work. All of that stuff for screen printing will take place in this room. All of our warehouse storage. This room next to it is going to be our blackout rooms. This is where we're going to have, this is where we're going to burn the screens and do all the exposure for the screens to have screen printing done completely in-house. So this entire room here is going to be all for screen printing. We'll have our printer there, and then we'll have a door here, obviously, so you can just take the transparencies and the screens, walk them through, put them in the printing press, and be able to rock and roll with the screen printing. So we'll be able to keep all the apparel in-house, which I'm incredibly excited about. All right, I'm also incredibly excited about the gym. You got to love the gym. So we've got, there's a little bit of a lag going on here. So we've got the gym. I have a massive wrestling mat, not really sure about that, but I do want to have a jiu-jitsu center set up. So I have a whole bunch of body weight stuff in this corner here, and then probably some kind of mats for jiu-jitsu. And then we've got all the different equipment here. So we have, cable machines, we have squat racks, hack squats, bench press, plates, dumbbells, deadlift platform, Stairmaster, all that good stuff. I have not built out this back corner yet, but we've got potentially a sauna right here, and then another bathroom section right there. So we'll have our own bathroom and everything, shower right there on site for when you get done working out. We have our 18-wheeler here with a loading dock, which I'm incredibly excited about. Having a loading dock will be amazing. I'm going to invest in a forklift at some point, so we'll be able to have a forklift. that in the corner there is our largest walk-in cooler. So that's going to be all refrigerated storage for the bricks. This is also a walk-in cooler. And then this is also a walk-in cooler. So plenty of cooler space there. And then this is going to be the batching room where we, we'll take all the ingredients that come in from the 18-wheeler, we'll wheel them into this, which is also a walk-in cooler, but we're going to leave it as just storage space. So all the ingredients will be in boxes in here. Be able to take those ingredients into the package or into the batching room, batch them appropriately in here, and then we'll have another walk-in cooler here where the bricks will actually harden in these trays. That way they'll harden, we'll wheel them out, take them back into the production room, package them all up, and then send them on their merry way to all of you wonderful people. So this is kind of just a layout of the building. Again, I apologize, I'm not a pro at Google SketchUp, but this is my attempt to try and figure it out in a crash course style. So I'll update this as I get more information, and I'll obviously keep updating y'all with the setup of the building, but hopefully this gives you a visual and you can see the whole process unfold.